Hello there, and welcome to my proposal for a public nonprofit partnership proposal. This is for Habitat for Humanity in the city of Azusa. My name is Mercy Rodriguez, and today I will be presenting you with my proposal for MPA Class 593. So we are proposing today a partnership, like I mentioned, with the City of Azusa and the Habitat for Humanity, which would be the first public nonprofit partnership proposal ever formed between a nonprofit, Habitat for Humanity, and the City of Azusa. So, with this partnership, what are we talking about? The partnership is going to address basically Azusa's housing crisis. So, in order to do that, we would partner with the Habitat of Humanity and the City of Azusa to try to mitigate and decrease and address the housing crisis that is affecting the City of Azusa. So in my executive summary, I'm proposing that we launch a community land trust. So a community land trust is basically a nonprofit organization who owns the land, who keeps it, and then it can be made sustainable for future generations to come. It's a way of protecting it so that it's separate from any other housing. And with the combined nonprofit mission and public planning, I feel like this is a good proposal. It'll be a strong partnership because of the nonprofit mission and combining it with public planning, something that we've never done before. It will offer long-term affordable housing. And in return, it's going to strengthen the community and any neighborhood that that any local city um, partners with a nonprofit, it will automatically just strengthen their neighborhood and their community. And the goal here is long-term affordable housing. A successful partnership with the nonprofit and a public um, entity, but also long-term affordable housing. So with that, some background. So Habitat for Humanity, they build homes. They're global. They were formed in the 70s. They've been around forever. Their main goal and mission is to build homes, to better the communities, they offer hope. They want to get affordable housing made available to all in any community. And like I said, they're global. They're one of the biggest nonprofits for affordable housing. And so, partnering with the ZUSA, who currently has high housing costs and a huge displacement issue, they are located in Los Angeles County. They have over 45,000 in their population. And so, together, I think because they have displacement issues and because Habitat for Humanity wants to build on communities that need them, it's ideal for a very strategic nonprofit government alliance, and not to mention the first of its kind, actually. So some of the problems that that we're proposing to fix with this partnership, the lack of long-term affordable housing. This is huge for many cities, but it's affecting Azusa at an alarming rate. Gentrification is displacing longtime residents, the need for sustainable ownership models. So what it's doing is because there is a lack of long-term affordable housing, first-time buyers are also facing limited access to reasonably priced homes. Um, the need to own is a huge issue, and the CLT will do that. The Community Land Trust can possibly um, be a solution for this. And traditional subsidies, they fail over time. There's no long-term affordability, so they are failing. So these are some of the problems that I think this partnership can help solve. So our objective, what is our objective? To build and renovate housing. So to build new houses or to rehabilitate or renovate current housing, to build equity in permanent housing, giving permanent housing in the city by building the community land trust. It builds equity. We're going to construct or rehab affordable homes. We're going to ensure permanent affordability. We're going to engage residents and volunteers. And Habitat for Humanity, their whole mission is volunteerism. So, getting residents in this community and engaging them along with this nonprofit would be huge. The with the city government and the mission-driven nonprofit company together, this partnership, these objectives are obtainable. So, what is our expected outcome with this partnership? So, we want to create a CLT and Azusa, something that's never been done before, even in the surrounding cities in the San Gabriel Valley. We want to build 5 to 10 permanently affordable homes. We want to increase civic participation, and we want to reduce displacement. And this, in a nutshell, is exactly what our expected outcomes should be. So, the program. How is the program going to work? Here is a brief description of our program. First, outreach and education. So, how are we going to get this information out to our community? So, between the Habitat of Humanity and the city, we'll have meetings, we will have church meetings, school meetings, um, city council meetings. We will call to everyone on social media to try to just get outreach and educate what we are doing with this partnership. We need to acquire land. So we need to identify vacant or not used, suitable, sustainable property. We need to construct and rehab. So the habitat will start building or rehabilitating once we find this land. We need to finalize the operational framework for the CLT. So the whole legal framework of a CLT can take a little bit of time. So this is part of the program to get that legal framework finalized. And then finally, ongoing support and monitoring. So we need to make sure that we provide education and support, long-term support, so that we are ensuring these homeowners have a long-term home ownership, and also that we are staying in compliant with the CLT and their rules. So here's the work plan. So the work plan or our timeline. It's pretty aggressive. As you can see, we got month 1 all the way to month 24. So in total, we're looking at 2 years to get this partnership going. So first thing, planning and an MOU. An MOU has to be formed and written and approved by council. That I put 1 to 3 months. We may not need that much time, but with scheduling and with city council calendar and other key items that maybe take priority, these things can take time. Engagement and applications. We need to get homeowner applications. We need to get some applicants. We need to have outreach events to get these applicants, to get the information out there so that they know. And this is something that will be partnered with city and the Habitat for Humanity. We need volunteers. So in order for construction to begin, Habitat for Humanity is going to do what they do best, which is call all of their volunteers, whether it's local, within the state of California, the county, global. They're huge, and this is what they do. So between that and volunteers, we will also have community and resident volunteers as well, helping with the construction. We need to get the CLT finalized. The Habitat for Humanity, that's something that they can work with us to do to get that finalized. I put month 10 to 14, so that's kind of down the line. And then finally, month 16 to 24, homeowner transfer. So we need to finalize all the homeowners. We need to do the CLT transfer. And again, Habitat for Humanity would be take the lead on this. We need to offer and get financial education going for the homeowners in order to successfully transfer the homes and for them to keep it long term. And then our budget. Waited till the end to show you this. I know this budget is big. We're looking at a total of 675,000. Um, With the land, I put zero. Again, this can change. This is a working budget, a working document. Um, in Azusa, there is publicly held land that can be used that is owned by the city. So I'm looking into donations. I'm looking into publicly held land that's available. So for now, we're going to keep this amount zero. I'm very hopeful and I feel very strongly that there is suitable land options in the city of Azusa. With construction, remember we talked between 5 to 10 units that we would want to build. Between donations, grants, the labor from the volunteers, I'm putting construction at 600,000, which is our biggest budget item. I know that's aggressive. Again, that's the maximum. With legal, I put 25,000 only because it is part of Habitat for Humanity's operational budget for the legal portion of this. So I put 25,000, which is pretty modest. And then for outreach and administration, I put 50,000 only because we do have to, we'll share this cost with the Habitat for Humanity in the city. They'll share it. Just the cost of staffing alone through the city and through the Habitat for Humanity. That number's a little high. Again, that number can be adjusted, but we're looking at approximately 675,000 total for this proposal. And in conclusion, I feel like the housing is a community health and equity issue. I feel like this partnership can leverage public and nonprofit strengths. I feel like this could create a replicable model for other cities, which I think is one of the key takeaways here. I feel like this initiative, it it's going to introduce a long-term solution, and with the CLT, between the CLT and the nonprofit and public service, I think it's really going to strengthen the city. It's going to strengthen Habitat for Humanity as well, because this will be the first of their kind to do some kind of partnership like this. It's going to address the problem of displacement and affordable long-term housing. And overall, we are literally going to be a model for other cities in the San Gabriel Valley and other surrounding counties to look at to see how the city of Azusa did it. How do they um, form this partnership? And we will be looked at as a model once this is successful, when it is successful. I think it's going to be a huge undertaking, however, something that is measurable. I think it is obtainable. So I hope you appreciate my presentation. Thank you so much for your time.